Welcome to the live show. I'm hanging out with Sammy Davis, Jr.'s wife. Oh, do we have stories to tell?
I don't have any notifications.
Oh, everyone should have notifications. I didn't get one either, but we haven't. Oh, there's my notification.
There's mine too.
Got to turn on my volume. Make sure you turn down your volume with it. All right then. All right then. Guineas are going crazy. Somebody's buzzing around on a four-wheeler. Because we're out here in freedom country. Freedom. Freedom. You got to give what you take. All right. How's everybody doing? Stacy is looking chill like a mug tonight. We're going to have the big reveal here in a second with her eyeball and tell you guys what happened. Actually, she's going to tell you because I didn't even find out till the last seconds, but we got to wait till some people show up and hit the thumbs up. Oh my goodness.
What?
I forgot to put the volume down. We got to hit the thumbs up on the way in so everybody gets the notifications. And here we go.
Hello, everyone.
And I'm sorry, man. I miss you guys. I'm having my little cookie. We just had our dinner right quick.
So everyone's here. Illinois, Tennessee, Canada.
We're going to talk about what happened.
Tennessee.
We're going to talk about how Stacy handled it. We're going to talk about what to do when you're at the doctor's. And we're just going to talk about all this stuff, y'all. That's why it's so educational around here at this channel. Because we're giving you guys the real life skinny. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm telling you. What's up, Oregon? Central
New Jersey,
Texas.
New Hampshire, Michigan.
They love the pick of the food.
They like what?
Well, there's only 697 thumbs up and 1,300 individuals in here. And I was going to have her explain to you what that picture of the food was, but there's not enough thumbs up. I won't do it till we have at least 1,000. And she'll tell you guys what was in that bowl of food. A lot of y'all were trying to guess, but y'all were kind of way off. So when we get to 1,000 thumbs up, we'll give you all the info, what was in that bowl, and we'll tell you how to get the recipe.
No, but I'll tell you.
Oh,
I'll tell you. No, it's not. No, it's not in the book. But I will tell you guys, it was something that I came up with dinner just kind of last minute because I couldn't figure out what to make. So I'll show you and tell you how to do it. It was really easy. Oh boy.
No, we did it. 1,000. Go ahead.
So you put that on the picture on YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
here, I'll show her the picture. I'm going to refresh her memory. I shared this deliciousness. No one else got to see that picture except for y'all on YouTube. Didn't you get it on your suggestions?
Yeah, I did, I think.
All you do is go to the community tab, I'm sorry, and then you just can see all the pictures and things that we post outside of videos. Go ahead. It looks like a happy face. Some people thought that was salmon.
Nope. Oh, can they see it?
No, but a lot of them have seen it. I'm just showing it to you so you can refresh your memory.
So I had got some of our grass-fed meat, and we were going to have T-bones a few nights ago. And so it was in a pack. Normally we get 2 in a pack, and this time there was 3 in a pack. So I just went ahead and made all 3 of the steaks. And lo and behold, when we were done, I was like, what am I going to make? I couldn't think of what I was going to make for dinner. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a bowl. A lot of you can go to these restaurants and get these bowls. So I went ahead and made some quinoa, and I cut up the steak. And here's a little trick for some of you guys if you want to make leftover stuff. I just seared the steak. I went tss, tss. So it was still pretty pink and red inside. And then I went ahead and sauteed it in a pan with some ghee. And then I did ghee on the bottom. And then I just roasted some beets were on there. I did some celery. I steamed some broccoli and some carrots. Actually, the carrots are from when we were in Florida, And we gave away the cabbage, and one of our awesome subscribers brought them from their garden.
Yep.
So thank you if you are watching.
We
They
finally
were really
ate them.
good. Yeah, they were really good. So, and the carrots, and then I made a homemade dressing out of yogurt, and I strained the yogurt out, or if you use Greek yogurt, you could do it. And I put like some tahini in there, and some lemon juice, and some olive oil, and some fresh squeezed garlic cloves in there. Whipped it all up really good. Put a little water to loosen it up and make it more liquefied. And then I put that on top and put some olives in it, and it was really good. And you mix it all together. Turned out great. And then then I did the steak. Then I chopped up the pieces of steak and put it on top. It was so easy.
What was the blob of stuff you put on it?
That was my yogurt dressing.
Yogurt dressing.
Yeah.
With was that an olive?
Yeah. He doesn't like olives like I do. I had a ton on mine. I only gave him one olive, but they're good for you. It was really, so if you forget and don't know what to do, or you have leftover meat, you could do something like that. It was kind of like a Cobb salad, but I just kind of did stuff that I had. I had some leftover roasted beets, and I stuck it in there.
It was actually it was
really good. He ate the whole thing.
I ate the whole time.
He did.
Now don't forget when you come in, folks, to hit that thumbs up, because it sends the algorithm out to all the other people that are missing the live show. Also, because we haven't been posting videos, it helps get the word out, because YouTube will now start hiding us from you. And you have to be aware of that. I bet if you check right now, if you were subscribed, you're probably unsubscribed. So make sure you check that, especially because we have big plans for you. Sometimes I do these shutdown modes where, I have some things going on and I want to do videos. It took me 2 weeks to learn the financial industry and what goes on with monies and banks and everything, so I could bring to you guys an educated video, which is on the way. And, sometimes it's just like that for me. I just be missing some videos. And we're going to talk about Stacy, what happened to her eye, what happened at the doctor, your rights, and everything else, some suggestions, yada, yada, and then where we're at now. Oh, you poor little booger. And no, I didn't hit her. But she's going to tell you. Now, this could just happen. Like, you guys are just on the homestead. You're doing stuff. And then all of a sudden, it just happens. See y'all at Turtle Island. All right, April 22nd, we'll be at Turtle Island Preserve. There's a few tickets left for our fermenting class and how to build a chicken coop class. So if you guys want to go to see that, here, I'll leave the link for you. You can maybe get some tickets. And all sales of the event are going towards his summer camp. Eustace Conway, holds summer camp for kids, teaching them how to live without electronics. It's really a good thing. And we have, going to give our time and go there and hang out with you guys and try to generate some funds for him and his cause.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Now,
families learning together.
The general tickets are sold out. But if you want to come to the workshop, you can get the workshop tickets here. And there they are. Now we're going to start talking about Stacy's going to tell you the whole story. I wasn't there. Actually, she tried to not say nothing, but it got too bad for her to hide it any longer. And then her eye was red. So now she's going to tell the whole story. She's going to tell on herself and everything.
It was just, because you know what, guys? You know how stuff, you could be.
You mean like how your head split open and you just say, it'll be fine? Yeah. I just need some paper towels.
No, not like that. It's just like, a lot of times you'll be doing stuff, or people have these real daring jobs, or you're going out doing stuff, or like a race car driver, or you're doing crazy things, climbing mountains. And then, you trip and sprain your ankle or break your foot or something just walking down the street. It's silly stuff like that.
No risk injury.
So this was like totally crazy. So what happened Friday night? It was Friday night. I was getting all my hanging plants from the house in here, and I was watering them, and I put them up on the counter here. And you know how they have like the little hook, and I had them on there.
A metal one?
It was a sharp kind of plasticky one.
Okay.
And then not that one. It was that one back there. And it's the big one. That big one right there.
This big one right here?
Yeah. So it was sitting on the counter, and I went to
oh my gosh, it still has a piece of your eye on it.
Huh. See how sharp it is?
See how sharp that is, like the hook.
No, it is. Is that sharp?
It is. It's sharp. We're promising you. And so that thing, she was picking it up. She was bringing it down to water it.
So then I had put it on the counter, and then I went over to, lean into the sink or something to get something. I don't know. And then the plant fell and the hook went right into my eye, like this eye. It literally, I could just feel it like stab and scrape into my eyeball. And I thought, oh, this is not good. It's not good. My mom worked for an ophthalmologist for 20 years. So I know about all the eye stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is not good. So I immediately.
Okay, you want to take your thing off? Can you take
I can take it off. I just put it on now. So that was just.
Well, we had the big reveal going on.
Yeah. Can you guys even tell anymore? They just call me one eye. It's getting a little bit better now.
Yeah.
But what happened is I really scratched my eye and it started to feel bruised immediately. It just felt terrible. And so the next day I was like, you know what? I think I need to go, because I started seeing these huge floaters that look like big UFOs. And normally if you have an injury to your eye, usually, and I've had it happen before, you might see littler ones. But this one, I could tell that I did something more to it. So I ended up going in the morning. And whenever I go in, I'll just say, they always want your insurance card. And I just say, I'm going to pay cash. And they're like, fine. And then I went in and they, of course, they dilate your eyes. They give you the eye test. My vision was kind of a little blurry. And, they did everything they needed to do. Took a picture of my eye to make sure how everything was going. And the doctor gave me a thorough examination. She was amazing. Told her everything that happened, and she explained everything about the eye and all that. And then when she went ahead and was looking at it just to make sure my retina wasn't detached or I didn't have, anything else, she said that I lacerated it. First, she thought these were broken blood vessels, and she goes, no.
When she just looked at it with her naked eye.
Yeah, and then when she looked at it with her little thing she puts on her head, she said that I lacerated my eye. So there was like a hole in it. So she says, the good thing is that white part of your eye, it heals very quickly, which was good. And she had wanted me to give me an antibiotic and just, some saline drops for my eyes, just to keep them lubricated. And I said, well, I'll be glad to do the eye drops, but I'd rather not right now, do the antibiotic drops, because, and before, I didn't tell you, on the Friday, I had put some colloidal silver drops, the 10 parts per million, into my eye. Because usually if I have anything happen to my eye, usually I'll do colloidal silver. So that's what I did. And I told her about that, and she didn't really know about that, but she said, okay. So then when I was leaving, you go, and I've had this happen before, because quite a few years ago, I had gotten hurt with the dog, and she had hurt my eye, and I had something else happen to it. And so I went and had all the stuff done, and I, was going to pay cash. So they have their special, pay for cash price. So when I went this last time, she was like, it'll be $75. I mean, and she did everything, and that was my cash price. And that's all I paid for me to go in there and have all that stuff done. And she said, if I have any, like green stuff or pus coming out of it, or if I'm seeing flashing lights, to definitely get back in touch with her. And then for the pus stuff, I would need to have an antibiotic or get an infection. So that's how it happened. I mean, I went in the morning, because that night I never even told him that I did it. I went to bed. Right?
We went to bed.
And then in the morning, I told him what happened. And then, but I did a little number on it. But it's like one of those things you're never doing stuff.
Let's see if we can see it.
Oh, you don't want to look at it. It looks kind
of because otherwise they probably think we're jiving.
No, I mean.
Turn your eye towards me. Don't hold it up. Just look towards me. No. Yeah.
Oh, you can't even see.
Yeah, you. Oh, yeah. That. Oh. You can see the blood vessels.
It's not that bad.
It just
hurts. It hurts really bad.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's bruised. And then I'm thinking, all these things go into your head. These boxers and, people get their eyes punched. I don't know how they do it, or if you get in a fight. Ooh. But yeah, it scratched my eyeball. So I'm okay now. So hopefully everything will be good. But she said it would heal very quickly. So by Monday, tomorrow, it should be feeling a lot better.
Every day is feeling a little better. Every hour.
Yeah.
It's only been one day.
Well, it was Friday when it happened. Friday night. It's Sunday night. So yeah. So it's 1,000 times better, because before I couldn't even get my eye open or anything. So it's okay. But it's like those things, stuff like that happens. So you need to kind of have, just kind of know in these little emergency situations, what am I going to do? What should I do? What should I do?
Because her eye was lit. And I told her, I said, that gash on there, the doctor could really see it with that eyeglass thing. Ooh. Yeah. Colloidal silver is good, though. You don't want to take too much, so you'll turn purple.
Okay, let's see. What's everybody been doing?
So just to go over it in case you just showed up, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Stacy was reaching up and grabbing one of her plants, her hanging plants that you see probably in the background there. Actually, it was that one right there. And when she put it on the counter, she leaned forward to do something, and that hook got her in the eyeball here.
It fell.
Oh, it fell.
No, that's what happened. If it would have just hit me,
It shifted.
it was here and it went boom all the way. And it's a heavy plant.
Is this house haunted?
Yeah. No, it's freaked me out, man. I was like, I can't even believe. And you know, when stuff happens, it's like everything's in slow motion. It's like, oh, it's coming right at me. I couldn't move away quick enough.
Man, and that's why it's always good to have a good immune system, right? Right away, her body sends out the signals. Da, 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 we have a scar on the eye. Somebody already left a comment that the eye is one of the fastest things to heal.
Yes.
That's what I told her right away.
That's what she said, yeah.
And I even said it. And because I know there's a lot of liquid there. It's smushy. And if it's not right on the eye or the cornea, then you're in pretty good shape, man, unless it's really bad.
And your mouth's very quick to heal, too.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll heal quickly, too. Sardines. Oh, Catherine Stone just said sardines. The funny thing about sardines is that's what I made dinner tonight. I did like a primavera sauce with a bunch of vegetables, and then I sauteed. Don't get grossed out, you guys, because it turned out really good.
I didn't even taste the sardines.
He didn't even know. I got some ghee and then some good Redmond salt, and then I let it saute. I mushed it all up, and then on top of the pasta, I put a big blob of the sardines and the ghee with the salt. And it was really good. It was sort of like a linguine with red clam sauce, but it turned out good with sardines.
Oh, we got some lit stuff about this banking thing. The banking thing now is the new COVID, y'all. Getting you all riled up. They're looking for irrational people. The last 5 years have been looking for irrational people and then using those people to advance whatever they want to do. All right, Doug, you were wanting to show us how you can click the like button right on the TV with your remote. Okay, so if you guys are watching on the TV, like a smart TV, all you do is there's like that little crosshair. While you're watching us right now, you hit the crosshair up, and then that'll bring up the description box, right? And then when it brings up the description box, if you look to the right over there, you'll see the thumbs up and the closed caption and all that stuff. So you just use your crosshair and go to the right, and then you'll see the thumbs up. You hit OK, and it'll give the thumbs up, and then you're good to go. And then you just hit the down button. It'll bring you back to the time bar, and if you just hang out, it'll disappear on you. That's how you do it. Otherwise, you do it on your phone. But if you're watching on Roku or something like that, you actually got,
Yeah, watch out for the cactus.
What'd you put that there for? You actually got to have to go to use your phone and leave a thumbs up or a comment. And we appreciate the comments and the interaction with the channel. Man, it's crazy, I don't know if I should get going on this, man. They're actually trying to get y'all to believe stuff that is just not even real, right? Like not even real. Like you can pick your own gender. I mean, this stuff is going on and on and on. I cannot even believe it. I cannot even believe it. The everything that you think is real, they want you to believe is not real. Eat bugs, don't eat food. Cows are bad for the environment. Passover is coming. Yes. And that baby, oh my gosh, it's growing so fast, Wartman. If you guys check out Walterman Homestead, she's our Facebook Homestead Homie Group consultant. And she has some post videos here on YouTube for you guys. And they have their new little place they just got. And she had her baby, all natural birth at home. And they're doing the thing. They're just real nice people. We like real nice people.
I think everyone likes nice people.
I know, but they're,
But they're extra nice people.
They're just real nice people,
Yep,
man. I mean,
yep.
We have some really nice people. It's just very heartwarming. And then there's these other people. Backstabbers. They smile in your face, knowing they want to take your place. They're backstabbers. Backstabbers. Wow, 65 blueberry bushes. Go, baby, go.
Oh, they just plant them?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
What do you do with the fermentation during unleavened time?
Well, if you guys want to move it somewhere, you could, you know. Or don't ferment anything.
Yep, or just stop fermenting while then. you know, and then bring it back in. Good gravy. What is going on? Yeah, okay. So if you guys just got here, you have to go back to the first like 18 minutes of the video. Between 18 and like 24, 20, how long have we been doing this thing? Yeah, 20 minutes. You just missed it. We just talked about it, so you have to go back and watch it again. What do you know about making the Amish-style propane lights that run on the grill tank? Nothing. I let them make them, but they work pretty BA. But we never really got them because Stacy is scared to death of those things.
Oh, the white gas?
Well, and the propane one, remember that Enos had?
Those aren't too bad. But yeah, they get instead and you have a big light. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes
the
they
noise
kind
they
of freak
make.
me out in the house. And they have the white gas ones that you hang. But the one that we do have, should I go get it?
You can go get it.
This is my favorite. Here, this is the greatest off-grid light lantern you can get.
And the brand of apple cider vinegar we make recommend is the one you make at home. And we taught you how to make it. It's so easy. Just type in make apple cider vinegar off-grid Doug and it'll pop right up. And then you can learn how to make it at your home. Otherwise, we used to say get Bragg's. But of course, Bragg's sold out. All these family companies are selling out. And then Hollywood and ding dongs and big business and everybody's getting all in on them. So Bragg's sold out to who? Kate Perry and some other investors.
Well, other people.
And then apparently they've been throwing water all in there. Everyone's complaining that it feels watered down. It looks diluted. So we can't really say nothing about them no more. Like Layman's, you know, they went crazy on us and sold their family business to this big shot boogaroos. And now Layman's is at Walmart. And now it makes perfect sense why they got upset because I was talking about ESG and talking about drag queen story time because they're in bed with Walmart and Walmart's in on the big program.
All right, look at this.
Boom! Now, see, it all makes sense now. Before I was like, man, now it all makes sense.
Let's talk
Time
about my
tells
light.
all.
Talk about my light.
I can't tell you where to get it or anything else. You're on your own, but this is the one Stacy likes. If we can work it out later on, we'll try to get some and tell you what it's all about it. But this is just how it works. It's handy dandy.
They have a little hook on it, and it comes in.
The Amish make them. And you can use DeWalt batteries or Milwaukee batteries or what's the turquoise one? What's it called? I forget. You know the turquoise one. But anyway,
so basically they come in different like levels of light. Wait, okay, he's gonna put the thing in there. And so you hook them up. I have a hook upstairs in the bedroom. It lights up all of it. Woo!
Oh my God! I'm like a big kid in here.
And then watch what happens.
Hold on, so you got a dimmer switch too.
Oh, it's great. I love it. This is the best light of all my whole time being off grid. This is the best light. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I love it. And then if you don't have it on high, you can just turn it down a little bit. It lasts a long time. But I use it, that's up in the bedroom, and I love that light. Didn't it come in two parts? I think you had to get.
No, you only get this top part, and it's no joke. Like this top part, y'all, is like $100 and something bucks.
Yeah, it ended up being like $150.
It's very expensive.
It's expensive.
And if you don't have batteries, then you got a battery and a charger. So I mean, it is expensive. It's like a $200 setup right here, just in my hand right here. But it is kind of slick and it works good. And there's no gas and there's no light and wick or anything.
Wonderful.
As long as you have solar power, you can charge it up, and so that's pretty good.
Or if you had an inverter or something in your car or truck, you could charge it.
You could charge that up on your tailgate.
Yeah, yeah, some trucks. Yeah, so you could do that. But I love that thing. We what does it even called? It's got Easy
360.
Easy 360.
Yeah, you can try to find it.
That's what it says on it. But yeah, they're awesome. Has anyone ever seen those before?
Have you heard of the brand name Hum for kombucha? Is it good for you to drink? Never heard of it. We make
yes. They have it at the grocery store. No, when I buy it, I do really like the GTs.
Yeah, the center.
Yeah, well, there's different ones. Yeah. Well, here I always reuse the bottles, but you know, like this brand.
And then we make our own kombucha, and we taught y'all how to do it too.
Yeah, but if you're gonna, I like that one. There's some of them you have to be careful of. That a lot of times they'll put like the powder in there. Like they do these in small batches, and they do, you know, when they're done like the way we would make them more homemade. Some of them might put in, you know, other stuff. And then I know, what is that brand? Is it the Kavita? They like put caffeine in them. I mean, you know what
natural
I mean?
flavoring.
So I just like to get them, the ones that are made kind of a little bit more. And and there's quite a few other ones. I haven't tried all of them. You know, you got to kind of read the label and kind of find out.
Val Brooks, we don't have a cow because we don't want to be, strapped to the farm like that. We don't want to be milking something twice a day. We can get milk so easy around the corner to make our butter and stuff. We don't drink a lot of milk. So
yeah, the only thing I use milk for is yogurt.
It's just so advantageous for us to just get it around the corner, man. That's a lot of responsibility. And then I got to worry about it freshening up. And then when it's in season and out of season. And
so what we do is like we may raise a cow for meat or I do a lot with the Amish, so I just barter and I can get my milk from all the Amish whenever I need it. So it works out.
Yeah, Makita. And we have Katahdin sheep. They're hair sheep, so you don't have to shear them or anything. We're only 700 thumbs up away from being 100% up in here. That's pretty impressive. Sorry I haven't been making videos. I got this, she's got one eye over here. We're working at half capacity.
What are you talking about? I'm still doing everything. The only thing is when you do something in your eye, you got to watch out for that
she
pressure.
Can't bend around.
Yeah, I don't want to bend over because it hurts.
Yeah, cut the milk, man. We don't really drink milk for nothing. I barely even have cheese anymore, actually. Just on taco night.
No, we do cheese. I like to do the hard cheeses.
Yes.
Your harder cheeses are going to be
like the
better raw cheeses.
Raw cheeses.
Red cheeses, raw cheeses.
Brandy's almost ready. Mold on the top. Scrape it off and get drunk. Whoop, whoop.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
You don't need to do that.
Hey.
What?
That's what you do. You scrape it off. She said the brandy's almost ready, which has got mold on the top.
No, and then you said get drunk.
Well, you scrape it off. That's what you do. And try not to dip it into the brandy, right? Like you want to scrape it off real nice and easy. Tell them.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can just leave that mold stuff on there, and then when it's time, you just get rid of those.
Well, she said it's almost ready.
Yeah, that's it.
You just scrape it off.
It's so simple.
Yep. We're getting back to the simpler life, container gardening from our apartment. You kick it, back roads and byways. Good job. What do you do without her, Doug? No, I'm not going to find out. We already made a deal. I get to die first.
Oh, boy.
And that's why I keep her in good shape. She's going to have to push me around in my wheelchair and all this stuff. So that's why I keep them arms good and them legs good.
Oh, Darcy's so funny. She put castor oil in the eye. Actually, what I do every night for like when I take off my eye makeup, or if I don't have any on, I'll just put it on. I do castor oil on my eyelashes because it helps your eyelashes.
How's that working out with your eye problem right now? Do you have any makeup on it?
I do. I put a little on. Yeah, it's not effective. Yeah, but the castor oil is good too.
Troy and Bobby Cooper made it to the live show. Awesome. I can't believe it. It's like winning the lottery tonight. You guys are awesome. We just got out of the Wells Fargo and went to a credit union. Exactly. Do the complete opposite. They're trying to funnel you guys into the big banks so they can make the big digital switch over in the big banks.
And they want all the people to leave the small
banks. So we did the exact opposite.
Don't do that.
We took our money out of US Bank and brought it to our local bank. Your local bank is a lot more sovereign than those other banks. The only banks having trouble, stay tuned for the videos.
Yep, here I saw Red Ryder BB gun. That was from that movie. That was funny.
Why don't you drink raw milk? Because there's just no reason to drink it. We just don't drink it. We don't drink it. We don't have it part of our body. There's no need for it.
Well,
we make butter and we make yogurt. That's how we do our dairy.
And then the other thing, raw milk, just remember, if you guys, raw milk is awesome because of the enzymes and everything. And it can be very healing too. But make sure you're getting A2 milk from the cows. These are a lot of these more heritage type breed cows. So if you're checking, you want the A2 milk. All right. So that's just very important. The A1 is going to cause a lot more inflammation. So when you're checking, a lot of your cows, if you're going, let's say you're doing a herd share or you're working with Amish or somebody, find out what kind of milk you're getting.
Remember, everything about Doug and Stacy are local. Get to local.
Do you want to know something funny? I haven't told you.
Okay, let's do it.
So today I was giving our Amish friend Noah a ride, and we had to stop at a few of the Amish farms. So we were going around, and I went to probably 4 of them, and I had been to these places before, and I'm looking around, and I just kept noticing there's some raised beds. There's raised beds. There's raised bed. And then Noah was like, yeah, what's going on? Everyone's starting to get raised beds. So the Amish are all getting raised beds. Now there's a lot of raised beds out there. So the one house that we went there, I counted, there was like 12. Yeah. So.
Noah already said it. The older you get, the higher the raised
Yeah, he
beds
says, and he goes, how come you have so many raised beds? And he said, looked at me, he says, yeah, you're 60. I guess you can have them.
They start on the ground and then blip, 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 blip.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, they're just more convenient. She just made her first batch of honey fermented garlic, Stacy. Good job, Carla.
Love it. Let's see.
Yes, milk and chocolate chip cookies are pretty sassy.
Molly's knocking at the door. Should we
Oh.
let her in?
Yeah, we'll let her in. She's part of the team. What's up, darling? You want to come in now? Are you done patrolling?
Yes, Molly wants to come in and say hi.
Is everything okay?
Molly, you want to say hi to everyone? Come here. Come here.
Man, boy, I tell you what, big deal when spring comes, right? All the noises change, right? You go from hearing nothing to
All
now
those
hear
spring
the
peepers. Oh, those
And now the
frogs.
frogs are lit. So we're getting ready to get at it.
Hi,
Look
yeah.
at Molly wants to say hi. She's so happy. Not into waste A2 milk. Tried some organic, not for me. All right, so if you guys missed it, what happened to Stacy's eye? You have to go back to the first 20 minutes of the show, and we talk about it right quick when we first get in. And we talk about what happened at the doctors and everything, give you guys some tipperoos. And, she said she didn't want to have antibiotics. They said, we want to give you some antibiotics. And she said, I'm not really into antibiotics. I want to save those for the real important stuff. And so that's how the doctor rolled with her and gave her some alternatives. And what'd she say? A lot of people don't say that, or?
No, I asked her, have you ever used colloidal silver or know about colloidal silver?
She don't know that.
So
But
that's what I'd used before.
What'd she say about you asking about not antibiotics?
No, she was really cool with it, and
Yeah.
she just said, that's fine. I'll just give you, a saline drop.
I thought she made a comment.
And she gave me one, which was nice. It didn't have any preservatives in it, which I thought was nice.
No preservatives, yes, because
Yeah.
she knew she was health conscious.
And so then, if I had any problems, just call her and she
Come on,
would help
Molly.
me.
What are you doing back there? You sound guilty. Get out of there.
But just real quick, I did scratch my eye. I had a hook on a hanging plant,
Ooh!
and it
You can
tipped
see it's
over,
rock
and
red
it
over
went
there.
right into my eye, right here, right in the white part, and I lacerated my eye.
No, we're not going to go to Rumble. Any truth to Chinese police stations in New York and California? Who cares? I mean, they could be. They say they're policing their own people. I mean, luckily in America we have these freedoms, so it could be. Oh, man, this stuff is happening all around you. Did anybody leave it in the comments? Does anybody know why Biden was in Canada? Leave it in the comments. He wasn't there just there hanging out, y'all.
Back roads and byways are getting back to the simplified life, container gardening from an apartment, fermenting, canning, and saving money to buy a piece of land. That's what we got to do.
The FDA is planning on restricting supplement sales. Haven't heard that, but I also know that they're going to start restricting, antibiotics and stuff like that and wormer stuff from your local farm and home. You have to go to the doctors now.
So now is the time to get some of that stuff, because a lot of them, if you read the labels on them, do have quite a long shelf life, 2025, 2026. So go ahead and, start collecting your stuff. So Karen says their baby chicks are 3 weeks old. They can't wait until they start laying eggs. Generally between 5, 6, 7 months. It depends on what kind they are. But yeah, you should be having them soon. And the good things, when you get them now, you're going to have eggs all winter from those first year, those young pullets. So that's
your brandy's evaporating, and that's totally normal. Apples are exposed, totally normal.
Well, Matthew, when you are doing the apple brandy for the next time, it's really important, because I did this, the very first time I ever did it, you need to really make sure that you mush it down. So it is so mushed down, it's hardly going to shrink down that much. That'll make a tremendous difference.
Yeah, no.
And then it's not going to fill the whole thing with juice. You're going to get the juice at the bottom. And at the end, when you have it in your strainer, You kind of smush it a little bit so some of that juice comes out, and you'll get some. It's not like if you put a gallon thing, you're not going to get a gallon full of brandy.
Are you leaving again? Go on.
She wants to go back outside.
I'm not playing this like you're like a little kid. In and out, in and out. No, you go out there. Don't come back. Don't come back even when the street lights are on. Oh my gosh, Alice finally caught us on a live show. She got her some BLR Wyandotte
Well, cool. That's awesome.
She lives in Connecticut.
Yeah, people are still getting snow. I know you guys that are still snowed in, you're going to be snowed in for a while. And then, guess what else? Noah was telling me today. So, April, we are having a solar eclipse. May, we're having a lunar eclipse, which means, and here's the other thing, February, we had a lot of thunder. So that means in May, we can have some frosts. But because of the eclipse, lunar eclipse in April and the solar eclipse in May, that means lots of stuff's going to be coming from the sky.
She heard it first from Noah. He's got the Weather Channel.
Yeah, he's like the weatherman. So that's the thing. So did you guys know we're having a lunar and a solar eclipse the next 2 months?
Total eclipse of the heart.
I sang that to him. He never heard that song before.
Of course he never heard it. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Bow, 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 boom, dee, dee. Molly sleeps inside. Sometimes she sleeps outside. Depends if we're trying to feed off some. If we got some coons out here or something, we'll leave her outside, wake up, have a couple coons laying around, waiting for us to see. We purchased the colloidal silver. We can make it. Everyone, you can make stuff on your own. You have to pick all your own battles. Can you do every single little thing around here? No.
I could do that.
Yes.
That's on my list to do things.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you do a good brand of colloidal silver, where is it?
Good job on getting your greenhouse up. Now let's get it ready. There's a brand right
Sovereign
there.
Cellar, 10
Whole
parts per
Foods.
million.
Yeah, that's from Whole Foods.
Well, you can get this a lot of Audible.
A lot
You can
of
order
places,
online. Sovereign Silver, 10 parts per million. Helen wants to know about lymph node drainage. My big thing, guys,
Bounce.
you can get on rebounder. That's so easy to do, but make sure to get a good rebounder. You don't want to get a cheap one because you bounce on it, it hurts your joints and everything. You want to get a good one. Go online and just look, top rebounders, and then it'll list them and get it because it's so much fun. You can bounce where you're watching TV. And here's a big thing for a lot of people. When you rebound, make sure that you are bouncing down. You're not going to be flying up in the air like we did on trampoline. You can once in a while, like if you want to relax and bounce up, but you want to bounce down because it's going to strengthen the muscles. It's going to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. It's going to help with your digestion. It's going to help with your circulation. It's going to help with your lymphatic drainage. It is amazing. It's going to make you feel good. It'll clear out your head. It'll help your sinuses. I mean, it's just like amazing. So you can watch TV, listen to the music. It's just so much fun.
How many beats a minute do you like to listen to when you're really getting at it?
You could go anywhere from, it depends, here's another thing. Some people, let's say you haven't done any exercise, or maybe you're elderly and you don't really do that much.
They have bars.
You can hold on with a bar, or you don't have to come off the ground. You just get on it and push with your legs.
So just real quick, because what we are made to do is to hunt and gather, right? So when you're running and you're chasing after your food, right? That's how our lymph node in our body works, right? We're supposed to have these bursts of energy as we're chasing down that cheetah, right? And that's how it works. But we're sitting around and we're sitting around and we're sitting around. So the lymphatic system is not working properly. So that's why if you get a rebounder, a good one, then you can move that lymphatic system without a lot of impact on your legs, right? You don't have to go like running around your neighborhood or anything.
And it's very low impact.
Yes.
So, and then if you want to do a workout, there's a lot of workouts you can find on the internet. Just put like rebounding workout. And if you click on it and you're like, I don't like that girl, or I don't like that guy, or I don't like that song, or I don't like them, just find another one. There's millions of them. So, but it is great. It's really, really, really good for you. And it'll clear your head.
Tractor Supply is not distancing themselves from no drag queen, nothing. Okay. They are in it to win it with the ESG score, and Layman's is in it to win it too. That's why they sold out and went to Walmart. You can find Layman's on Walmart now. It's just stinking up the room in here right now. All right. So no, they're totally owning it. They love it. They want more of it. They're trying to destroy families in America. Say I'm lying.
So Jarvis Mountain Outdoors bought lemon balm seeds for the very first herb garden. Perfect. And lemon balm is amazing. You can use it for so much stuff. It's a perennial. It will come back all the time. It smells amazing. That's what I grow right outside my door. And that's what I use for my bug repellent. Because half the time, if you make homemade repellent, I leave it inside and I'm already outside. So I just grab my herbs and I'll rub it on my clothes or on my skin. And that's what helps me. I rub it on the dog. So lemon balm, I love it. And it makes an amazing tea. It's great to use fresh or dried. It's wonderful to help relax you in the evening. So that's one of my favorites.
All right. Now, here's the deal. I haven't told anybody this. You guys are going to be the first ones to know.
Do I know?
You don't even know.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Stacy doesn't even know. Oh my goodness, you guys are so fun. I love having fun with y'all. I mean, I'd be missing you guys if they cut this internet stuff off, because I actually have a good time hanging out with you guys, especially this next meetup we're gonna do. I'm working out my details. Everything's kind of busy too. We're waking up out of winter. All right, there are. You guys are the first to know. You ready?
Oh, he's so funny.
And here we go. Somebody just asked in the comment section when the chocolate tea is going to be in stock. The chocolate tea is in stock. We'll get it shipped out to you this week. If you order tomorrow or tonight, you'll get it this week. And if you order towards the end of the week, you'll get it a little faster. But if you order it right now, there's limited supplies. And here's the link in the comment section there. You can get some. So we have some chocolate tea back in stock. Isn't that exciting? I knew you guys would be excited.
Woo-hoo.
And Stacy's working on 2 brand new blends right now.
Right now.
Right now. Right now. And she's also working on her book.
Right now.
Right now. And I'm working on mine right now.
Ooh, Tiger Pat says her best friend was using a nail gun. The nail hit something solid underneath. The driver sheared the nail in half. Half the nail went through his eye.
Oh, why do you tell us that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, Deborah says, how do we keep the cats out of the garden? So here, what video was
Shoot
that?
them.
No, what was the video I did with that rolly stuff that I got? What video? Do you remember when I put
Oh,
that
the
in?
netting. Just get some netting. They can't stand that stuff.
Yeah, so you can get it at the feed store or wherever. I got this big roll and there it's like plastic netting with little squares.
Little squares.
Little squares. And so what I do is like I got it all.
The chickens don't
rolled
like
up.
it either.
So what I do is once I plant, when my beds look nice, when I plant, then I put it on top. Like I have onions out there now and potatoes. And so I just put that out there and I'll just put some 2x4s down on it so the wind doesn't blow it off until they start to grow. And it works out great. Nothing will touch it. Nobody will bother it at all.
Nobody will bother. Here, are you ready? I'm going to say it once. Write it down. You have your pen and paper ready? MTKNIVES. One more time. MTKNIVES.net. I was saying .com last time. It's .net. That's my neck knife if you want to get one.
Yeah, and then I think if you put off grid.
Yeah, you get a little special something.
Yeah.
Because they're just awesome people. Because we have the most awesome people. Seriously, we really do.
We do.
We really do.
You're awesome. Has anyone told you that?
Has anyone told you, you are so beautiful
I'll be like that.
to me?
Okay.
Even if you can't see. Thank you for the discount on buying the sea salt. No, it's not sea salt. Not really.
Well, kind of was. It was.
It's kind of.
It's from an ancient.
But if you say that, it's kind of misleading. So, yeah, if you guys want to get some salt from Redmond in bulk, which I suggest y'all would be buying all your stuff in bulk, you can get the Redmond sea salt at a discount. You get to save money at our link that I'm posting in this comment section here. It saves you money, and you can get bentonite clay. Oh, let's talk about the bentonite clay. About the face, Ralph.
Oh, okay. Well, and here's the other thing is, where the mine is in Utah, this clay, the bentonite clay, it's like, I don't know, 30 feet deep. I mean, there's
Deeper,
there's a lot of clay that is helping protect the salt mine. That's why it's just pristine. No microplastics, no nothing in it. So I've been noticing, have you guys noticed a lot of people I've been getting cellulitis, you know, in under the skin, the swelling and all that in their legs. Well, one of the Amish, the bishop, he had some cellulitis, I think, and I had given them, I said, why don't you go ahead and try this? So they had tried a bunch of stuff and it wasn't working. So they said that it really had helped with the pain and swelling on it, and it helped with inflammation. And then a friend of mine was talking to me saying that their husband had gotten it in their face. It was behind the ear and then in the face. And I said, why don't you try putting a mask on to help? And then she said, you won't believe it, but it really did take the swelling down and really made a big difference. So she was going to do it again.
A bentonite clay mask.
Yeah,
You're kind of loose on your talk here.
Yeah.
You got to be telling
my
me what's
eye, I'm
going
just
on.
not quite right here.
And you ordered the chocolate tea, Robert and Mona Taylor. You got a tracking number, but there was some kind of a hiccup between the tracking number and us and them. So we've been working with the post office. We got it figured out. Watch your tracking number, because this week you're going to see your tracking number start to move. I'm supposed to talk to the post office tomorrow. And I'm not even joking around. Like, you got a tracking number, and it said it was supposed to hit delivery like the 13th or something. So there was like these orders from like the 10th or 13th that were supposed to show up. We had like a handful of them that got some kind of disruption. So we're working on it right now, and just keep your eye on that. And then if you don't get it by the end of the week or something, make sure you email us again.
All right, so right here there's a comment from Kevin, and he says, do oil lamps blacken the ceiling? They will if you turn them up too high.
You ain't doing
They're
it
going
right.
to blacken the globe. Here, I'll show you guys.
Yeah, you're not doing it right. Stacy's making a book of all of her natural remedies and cleaning products.
No, it's not. I don't want to clean. No, this is more for your body. For your health. It's for your health.
It's your health and body well-being.
So on your lantern, you want to make sure, like, see, do I have any black stuff? When I first started, I would always have black soot and all that. And then I always go to the Amish, and I'm like, how do you guys keep them so nice? So the trick is your wick. See your little wick thing here? Now I need to trim this. See, I'm kind of bad at it. There's like two little humps here. You want your wick to be flat. Some people like it straight across, or you can make it straight and kind of curve down. Depends like how you get your fingernails cut. Now, some people like them straight across or they're rounded. You can do them either way for your wicks. Okay? Do not turn your wick up really high like this. If I light this up really high, it's going to smoke. If I put it in there and I put this on, immediately it's going to get black smoke the first time I put it in there. So the trick is, should we light it?
No.
So you want to have your wick down. You're going to light it till it's very low and you can hardly see it. And then just turn it up a little.
Just light it, Doug. Just light it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Wait, I'm not ready. Okay. So do you see how I have it down low? There's hardly anything on it all. Then I'm going to put it on. Because then it's going to see how it's getting a little bit bigger now. And then I can adjust it. If I would adjust it and let it go really big, I'm going to get the soot in there, and then that soot and everything is going to come out. I just keep it like that. Because if you get more flame, it's going to cause a problem. And it's a big pain. You know, I don't want to clean this all the time. But if you do want to clean them and they get black, water and soap are perfect to get it off. You don't have anything fancy. You can, or you don't have to.
The newspaper works good for wiping it off.
Yeah. There's one of
and y'all, we just got the solar installed. Like, these lights you see are our solar lights, but up until 14 out of the 14 years, for 12, 13 of them, we lived with those lights exclusively, or we would turn on a generator and run it to just have some lights, but mostly just those lights there.
But I will tell you, I really do like my lanterns. I like the ambiance. I like the feeling at night. It kind of gets you ready to go to sleep at night, because, like, I talk about this all the time, but you don't want to have all that overhead light above your head before your bed, because it's simulating the sun, and the sun is meant to keep you up. So when you have the nice dimming lights around you, like lamps or, the oil lanterns or candles, it just kind of helps to let your body relax, to know that it's going to get ready to go to bed soon. What else do we have here?
Yeah, where's Chris and Tara. Diana's here at Just Us Acres. I saw her here as a moderator.
Hi, Diana.
I haven't seen the other ones. Looks like we're on our own tonight. Y'all gotta behave. All right, how do you handle pulled sciatica?
Well, you need to do some, I don't know if I could go, there's a lot of things you can do for that to stretch. Generally, it could be, do you sit a lot? It could be caused
Is
from
your
that.
belly too big?
Well, but when you do have a pulled sciatica, a couple of things you can do if you lay on your back, like if you're in your bed with no pillow, bend your knees, and then you're going to slowly push your hips up off the ground. And when you push your hips off the ground, you want to breathe in, and then as you exhale, let your butt come back down. So you're going to inhale as you lift the hips up, exhale as the hips come down. That's a good one. You can do like 10 of those repetitions. And another thing would be is if you're laying in bed, you can practice pulling your knees into your chest. Make sure you're laying flat. Pull your knees to your chest. And if you can, try to extend one leg and then the other leg is bent. So you're going to have one knee pulled in, the other leg is straight, doing a few breaths in and out, and then switch and try to do the other leg, inhale and exhale. And then that way we want to, stretch out all the muscles in through the hip and then through the hamstring. So a lot of us have tight hamstrings because we're sitting all the time. When you get up out of a chair, it's really good to, get up, pushing forward. You can do hip circles, all that good stuff that we used to do in calisthenics. But a lot of it is just from not stretching. I would highly recommend anybody, any age, you could go on YouTube and find some gentle stretching exercises. Just find a video, like 10 minutes before bed, 5 minutes before bed. And generally, if you did some of these gentle stretches before bed, it could alleviate a lot of problems because throughout the day you get tight. Let's say you're working in the garden or you're at work or whatever you're doing throughout the day. It'll get your body stretched and relaxed. You'll do some breathing exercises and get ready for bed, and you'll notice you'll sleep so much better because you're like, oh, I'm so tired, I need to go to bed. Or maybe you're sore or achy from whatever you do today. Doing some gentle stretching is huge. You know what? Are you guys worth, anything if you're injured or you're hurt? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have one eye.
So you need to be able to take care of yourself, and think ahead. You can't take care of your family, your kids. You can't go out and do things if things are hurt. So we need to start being proactive and start taking care of ourselves. And sometimes people are like, well, I don't want to do it. I want to do it. Well, I would much rather take 5 minutes at the end of my day than have to be like down and out and not be able to move around or anything.
Stacy, don't you know the problem?
What?
It's easy to do. Do you know the other problem?
I don't do it.
It's easy not to do.
That's true. But if you start doing it every day and you notice how good you feel, or maybe once a week and then you go to twice a week.
But if it's an apple a day and it makes you healthy and you know it and you don't do it, what is that, right? If walking that extra block, it actually, help you out.
He is a bad person when it comes to some of that stuff because you didn't like to do a lot of that stuff. He doesn't like to exercise or do any kind of stretching.
Well, I work
or
on
any
the
kind
farm
of
and
stuff.
all that. I like to stretch sometimes, but
well, no,
I'm not
but
religious about it.
He has gotten better now that he's getting older, and then you're starting to get
Well, you need it more. So, Doug, it's not rare for yous to give birth to 2 males or 2 females or even to slip in on triple on you. So, no big deal. You just got 2 males. More for the freezer. Yeah, Makita. You're late to the party there. Burn your TV, not your bra. That's right. Man, the whole feminist thing. Dude, we have been just so bamboozled. Totally bamboozled. And now the rich old elite people are just doing their same old party tricks. And there we are, all of us peon people are sitting around thinking about how, oh my gosh. And they're laughing. Oh, JP Diamond had a big meeting at his house today on a Sunday.
Who's that?
JP Diamond?
Yeah.
Of Morgan. Morgan.
Oh, JP Morgan?
Yeah. Yeah, big meeting at his house today. Does the garlic and honey without the fermenting have the same health benefits?
Well,
like if you had a spoonful of honey and then you
well, the garlic's going to be really like spicy, hot.
You won't be able to handle it.
No, you're not going to. By themselves, raw honey and garlic are great, and that's what we had in our salad tonight. I put, I made dressing. It had raw honey and raw apple cider vinegar and extra virgin olive oil. And then I crushed a couple heads of fresh garlic in there. And of course, that's going to be good for you. But when you ferment it, it's going to go to the next level. I mean, it's just going to be really powerful.
What's your beet question? You could have just asked it right there. I mean, I'm trying to read them as fast as I can. Should have just left it right there. It took 2 seconds. You could have just typed it in one more time.
Yeah, we want to see what
just
is
keep
it.
typing them in. How long do you put a dozen eggs in the sun oven until they're ready?
Eggs in the sun oven. If you have a nice day, 45 minutes or so.
And they're awesome.
Yeah.
The shells peel right off there.
When you're done, you just bring them in. Make sure you put them in a card, like the paper box. Don't put them in the styrofoam. And then take the top off of it. You stick them in there, and then you're going to go ahead and let them hang out there about 45 minutes or so. Let's say you don't want them, maybe you kind of want to poach them. You don't even have to put them in as long, and then they might be the yolk won't be quite as hard. You could even do that. But if you're going to do it, then put them in cold water, and then go ahead and peel them. It's so simple.
All right, and also.
What?
I forgot. Oh, sun ovens. You guys, if you want to add one thing to your prep this year that's totally mandatory, like you must have it, it's a sun oven. We have not talked about them just recently or anything. We've been kind of busy, but we're going to start showing you guys how this thing works. We have videos and a whole playlist on how it works. We have a discount code available for you. You get Stacy's special sun oven cooking book, and you also get the turkey baster or something, and rack and all this. I mean, you get a lot of nice stuff, right? And we worked hard. We got you a discount. We got you some extra stuff, and it's made in America, and it is a humdinger. It cooks, it dehydrates. You can purify water with it. It's just really a good setup. It's this all-American sun oven. You have to use our link. Otherwise, you're not cool, and you won't save any money. And you should really go look at it and work it into your preps. If you can't afford it right now, put a little money away. They even have a layaway right now. They have that. And you guys can lay away that thing and have it in a couple months or however it works for your budget, right? But definitely you want to get an all-American sun oven.
Yeah, they are great.
I promise you.
They are.
I promise you. We have 2, 3 of them, 2 of them.
Well, we have 2 of them, and I'm going to be doing a lot, maybe tomorrow too, because the problem is with the wood burning stove, sometimes like in the morning you might want it, but it gets too hot in here. So I'll definitely start doing the sun oven. So you guys will be seeing some sun oven videos. I'll make some yumminess. Let's see.
Several different eye drops are being recalled. Kim just got a notice from her doctor. In the winter, when we first started homesteading, how do we shower and wash laundry? We showered outside with a 1-gallon jug.
Well, when we had an old bathtub, like a porcelain, a tub.
And we would heat up water and so, pour it on me.
So what I did was I had some gallon jugs.
Straight up.
I got some gallon jugs, and we heat the water up, and then I put some hot water in there and the rest regular water, so it would be the perfect temperature. Then he'd stand in the tub, and I would pour.
Because we didn't have water like to just be filling up some tub, right? So that's how we had to do it, and the tub was just the catch basin.
And then he put, but then it would drain outside. Right. It would go outside to the gray water. And then that's how, and then a lot of times
we did that for
I would give him one, and then a lot of times I would just go at night. He'd go to bed early. I'd sit in the bathtub with my jug or 2, and then I would just pour it over myself and take my bath sitting in the bathtub. And that's how we did it. When the weather was warmer or whatever.
If it rained, I would run outside literally with a bar soap.
Oh, it would start to pour.
I did that a lot of times.
Yeah, he did that a lot. And then outside, if the weather wasn't freezing cold or anything, you'd stand. I would get up on the porch and I would just pour it over like I was the shower. And then
she'd be like on the 3rd step up so she could reach me.
The other thing is you can find a lot of these little plastic things that have the shower nozzle.
Yeah,
there's lots of stuff that you can get. All those camping showers are great
all
too.
That stuff, guys. Man.
You can do all that works.
But nothing beats my outdoor shower that I built, and I have a whole video about it and a playlist and everything. But the outdoor shower that we put in is the bee's knees.
Or here's another one: you can get a 5-gallon bucket with the hook, fill it up with water. You're going to drill some holes in the bottom of it, pour your water in there, and then you take your shower for as long as that water will last. And you can do that outside too. That might be something you want to use for an outside shower before you get a rainwater catchment or something.
And it's 2 sheep per acre. That's all you can have is 2 sheep per acre. Cows are the same. Everything else is the same.
Oh, what was that light again? Easy
Easy 360.
I wonder if that's even on the internet.
No, probably. It's just like an Amish thing.
Easy 360.
Yeah, my off-grid booklet, if you guys haven't got the off-grid booklet, it talks about going off-grid. It talks about buying your property. I'm doing one for homesteading. This one was geared for more off-grid, so it talks about some of the laws and stuff you got to kind of look out for and questions to ask, and it could save you a lot of money. $15, free shipping. Yeah, it's just it's a little thing you can put it in your pocket, stuff it in a pocket on your briefcase or in your shirt pocket. And it's just a good little handy dandy read. It's got a couple of my funny stories in it. And it was just fun for me to put together, but it really has a lot of good information on there. It could save you guys a lot of money up front. Because if you make a couple of these mistakes, as I've explained in other videos, I've seen people go in, buy property, build a little small tiny house, and then the assessor comes by and says, oh, that's too small. You have to take that whole thing down. And they literally had to get rid of it. So it really can mess you up. All right. Do you think Curtis Stone is a good guy? Why, yes, I do. He's a solid individual.
Yep.
Curtis Stone is a solid individual. That guy drove a bicycle around his neighborhood, knocked on doors, let people get him to grow veggies in their yard, turned that into a business, made 6 figures, deep 6 figures doing it, teaches people how to do the market gardening, went totally off grid, watching our channel, man. I got him inspired. He's a good buddy of ours. Got him all inspired. He built a whole big off-grid place up in Canada, $100,000 solar system. I mean, it's wackadoodle. But yeah, he's a good, solid dude. All right. You can Google Easy Light and it will come up. All right, great.
Oh, good. You found it. Okay. Yeah, Easy Light. But it's the 361. Is that the...
How important is it? Well, you don't want to lose that water if you have a rain catchment system. So you want to try to capture as much as you can. So on the outside of our overflow system, I put an IBC tote out there. And you can string up 2, 3, 4. Just depends on how much extra rain you get. 1 seems to work pretty good for us. And we use that for, the chickens and all that stuff over there. It's, we keep it by their place.
Oh, Paul and Tammy they love their rebounder. 2 weeks ago.
Paul and Tammy.
It's probably Tammy though, not Paul, right?
Why, it's always Doug.
What, you on the... No, I'm talking about that rebounded.
Oh, I do the rebounder.
You do, not like I do though.
No, I do it better.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I have 2 eyes. Can you help me get off grid? Go over to your power box at your house, after the live show, and then hit that main power breaker. Bam! And then go for it. And then next week when we do our live show, report back and let us know how it went. Stacy, I was told to take cod liver oil from don't really do that because you mess your icebox up and your freezer and all that stuff. What are you talking about? Well, just in case you thought I was being serious. You can do it, but make sure you do your preparations first. A lot of people that we know, they do like a weekend or 4 or 5 days, and they just, don't use any power in the house. Like they tape the stuff down, and they really try hard not to use any power, right? So. Well,
the other thing is air conditioning too.
Oh, you suckers won't make that one. Ha ha! That's the bee's knees. The air conditioning gets you, boy.
No, it is. It really does.
That's the one that gets you.
Yep. Totally. But try it because, you never know. You may not have it, and it's good to kind of figure out ways around it, how to stay cool, to do stuff. Really makes a difference.
Clyde's Garden Planner, I bought it, and the link is on their page. Yes, we have that. Clyde's Garden Planner is awesome. It's you guys can still get yours and use it. Let me tell you guys about Clyde Garden Planner. Clyde's such a nice guy. Him and his wife, they have a little farm down in southern Missouri, and he made this calendar all himself and patented it and everything. Just real nice stuff, right? And y'all blew his stuff up so bad. He just called me like a while ago when we talked about Clyde in the beginning of this month or something. He just now called me and said, man, I think we're just finally caught up. We had to hire 3 people in our neighborhood to come over to our house, and from 8 o'clock in the morning, I might be missing the numbers here, to like 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock at night, all they did was fill the orders. They ran out of calendars, they ran out of the envelopes, they ran out of this, they ran out of that. It was such a blessing for those guys. And he called up and he was so grateful and so blessed. And I just told him, man, they just, just no problem, man. And everyone was so patient. So thank you guys all for that. So if you guys want to get some of this garden planter, he's all caught up now. So you guys, he should be able to handle you pretty quick. But it was just really cute. And I really appreciate those guys. And there's companies that have stuck with us through all this stuff while we're trying to expose this garbage going on in our country, and also give you ways that you can work around it. And there's some people that just don't want to, anything to do with it, and they've actually run us off. So we just want to keep you guys abreast of all that so you can spend your money wisely. We learned so much about holistic health by doing it, right? We took health into our own hands and we studied.
So just remember, guys, anything that we're talking about, do your research on all this stuff. This is just stuff that we have done. So just always check into it more. You can just keep delving and looking, and don't just look at the first thing that you find, because everything on the internet, if you're looking on the internet, they're going to give you what they want you to see. So just keep looking into things. Just like they say, get a second opinion, get a third opinion, get a fourth opinion. Ask people, ask people in groups, like, get onto our Facebook group, Homestead Homies, or Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Start asking questions in there too. So, just keep asking, because you'll find an answer.
You'll find the answer. What was that, Susan? She couldn't figure out how to find it. Click. I'm going to put the link in there again. The link is popping up. I just left the comment. There's the link. And you click on that, and then you scroll down, and you'll see Clyde's Garden Planner, and then you can order it there. And you put off-grid when you check out, y'all. Make sure you put off-grid in there. You have to put off-grid, and you'll get a special bonus something. Download Garden Planner thing. It's something separate from that, but you got to put off-grid in there. A lot of y'all didn't do it last time, but I think he still hooked you up. Oh, you went all without air conditioner in your second floor apartment. Bonnie was killing it last summer. Boy, I bet you lost some weight. Oh, man, I'd like to team up with Mike Lindell, man. That guy has spent $400 million of his own money fighting for election integrity for you. $400 million. That's a true patriot right there, y'all. Pledging life and money. Big time. $400 million.
It's a lot of money.
Holy guacamole. Mike is a patriot. And you know what Mike says, and I believe him. I knew I had my suspicions, but Mike says that old boy in Florida is a Trojan horse.
He said that?
Yeah.
Really?
I know, because they've been digging around on all this stuff. And apparently DeSantis was meeting with the voter fraud computer people. The heck was their name? I can't recall off the top of my head. Trojan horse. So be careful, y'all. Sometimes what you're seeing ain't really the truth. Right? Even on these videos, you guys are watching some of these homesteaders. Some phony balonies.
So let's see what else.
Do you recommend using cayenne pepper water after natural birth?
No, I would not. No. Just always, check with your midwives, check with everyone, all that kind of stuff. A lot of people are saying, because it does help with the blood. It may stop it, but then it may come back with a vengeance, especially after pregnancy. I would not mess with it, with the baby or after giving birth. Oh, look, Lorraine made powdered bentonite tooth powder today. Good job. I love my tooth powder. Most high priority garden food.
What you eat, number one. Don't grow food that you do not eat.
It would not be corn.
No, we don't grow corn.
No, but
we
that
did
would
that
not
at
be
first,
that would not be a high priority.
but then we
food.
stopped.
You want to look at things that are going to give you that you're going to eat that are going to be nutrient dense, that you could store. You know, there's some things that you're going to grow that you're going to preserve, but like something like a potato, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, that's a crop that you could grow and then you could save. I mean, people survive on potatoes, you know, a long, long time. Having greens, definitely lots of greens and herbs. Those are so wonderful. You can use your herbs, you can dry them out, use them in your seasonings, you can use them as medicinal. I really, really, if you're raising your chickens, I raise a ton of oregano because I dry it out and I'll put it in my chicken feed. It makes your feed smell great. It makes your chicken coop smell great because the food is in there and it smells good. And it's kind of like a little natural antibiotic. It helps. It's just really good for your chickens. And then, of course, I like it on my food too. So oregano is wonderful. But just doing a lot of herbs, lots of good greens. Cabbages are great too. You guys are in a good area to grow cabbage because you can make sauerkraut, which is like the superest food in the whole wide world, loaded in vitamin C. It's great for stomach issues, very healthy, and it will store a while. So, and you can grow, you get 2 growing seasons pretty much. Like for us here in Missouri, I can grow it in early spring and I can grow it late in the season.
And corn's for chicken, yes. Cracked corn is great in the wintertime, helps them regulate their heat.
So, yeah, so those are to be ones, you know, and then things you're going to eat, you know, like for peppers, I love, you know, the cayenne pepper. You can do for your seasonings. You can have peppers for, you know, just eating right then. But I mean, it depends on what you want and what you like. I really like arugula because it grows quick and it's very healthy for you. It's part of the Christopher family, so it's very good. So I would, you know, do stuff like that.
All-American Sun Oven has nothing to do with the All-American Canner. School of Natural Healing by Dr.
Yep,
Christopher.
that's a good one. Yep.
Love Doug and Stacy. Love you back. What do you think about the carnivore diet?
Yep, a lot of people have great success with it.
We don't like diets. Tell them the truth.
No, but I mean, a lot of people have a lot of success with it, and people have had problems that they can't fix. If you want to learn more about the carnivore diet, go click on Dr. Ken Berry, and you can learn a lot about it. He's awesome. And then you can learn from all that and just glean, but educate yourself. Don't listen to someone saying, oh, do this or do this. Start listening to it and educate yourself and see what works. You know, here's a big thing for a lot of people, you guys. Not everything works for everyone. Everybody is different. You are all unique, just like your fingerprint. We are all unique. So you're going to have to find things that work. Some things that we talk about here, it might work for you. It might not work for you. Or maybe you might have to tweak it a little bit because everyone is different. Everybody, you know, needs different things, especially, you know, in your diet over time, you'll notice like, I really feel good when I'm eating this. I can function. I have a lot of energy. But then when I eat this, I don't. Start noticing when you're eating your foods within an hour, just maybe eat one thing or so and just notice, how do I feel after I eat that? And then you're going to start noticing if you have sensitivities or any, you know, allergic reactions, or you're just not feeling well when you eat these foods, and start taking them away. A lot of us are kind of like in la la land and we're not paying attention. It's like, oh, I got a headache. I got another headache today. Well, it could be something that you're eating. It could be something that you have some processed food or something that has yeast extract or monosodium glutamate or anything like that. Because in organic foods, let's say you're buying organic chicken broth, or you're buying some soups, or you're buying, I mean, who knows what, and you're reading it and it has all this organic stuff and it'll have organic listed through the whole thing, and you don't bother to read the whole thing. And in there, and it's not organic, it will say yeast extract.
Oh.
That is like a form of MSG. That could cause you to have a headache. It could cause you to itch. It could cause a lot of problems. And they'll stick that in and ruin something perfectly good that they are trying to make healthy.
Oh, they're not ruining this.
So read your ingredients, because it's these little bitty things, you know, if you start changing, like a lot of people are like, well, I get gas and bloating when I do this. Well, it could be because of all the like emulsifiers that they're putting in, carrageenan, and who knows what else, you know, and they have different additives that is making you have a problem. We talk about this a lot. Like look at it. If you're at the store and you're buying a cottage cheese or you're buying a sour cream or you're buying butter, butter's cream and salt. Well, you can read some other ones and then they're going to have natural flavor. They're going to have dye, read your labels. The same thing with sour cream, like Daisy sour cream. It's not organic, but it's just, your cream. There's really nothing else to it. You'll go to another one and it'll have a carrageenan, which causes a lot of digestive problems. So you have to read all of your labels because two things that look the same are going to be totally different. So definitely read your labels and check your organic stuff for the yeast extract because they are notorious for sticking that in there. Terrible. Now I see Bob here.
I see Larry trying to bait us into talking about Jesus Christ or God. Y'all are, dude, that is so, look at you.
Okay, so let's talk about Bob here. Wants to talk about skin tags.
Oh, don't give him your secret things. What's up, Uncle Tim in Texas? I sent him a link and he's watching. Now he's a new fan. Oh, don't be a fair weather fan now, Tim. Once you get in here, you got to spend some time watching our videos so you can see what we got going on. Can't just fly in through here now.
All right. Are you guys ready for the hard thing right here? Do you know what causes skin tags? Are you ready?
Are you
Do you want to know what really causes skin tags?
Yes, I'm ready.
High insulin levels.
What?
When you start getting those little skin tags all around your neck and everywhere, it's because you have high insulin levels. You may not be diabetic, but you're eating a lot of things that foods and things that raise your insulin levels. Maybe you snack all the time. It's caused by insulin levels, higher insulin levels. And then there's in my book that I'm doing, I have things for that to get rid of it. But
so don't tell them. Stay tuned.
But the thing is for all of us, a lower carbohydrate diet, I'll call it a diet, or eating a low carbohydrate type diet is very, very important. You guys can get rid of tons of things that are going on in your health if you just change how you eat. Eating good cruciferous foods, that's good for detoxification. Eating, don't eat all day long. Eat foods that are higher in protein. These foods that are higher in protein are going to help fill you up using good oils, like your ghee and your coconut oil and your beef fat, all these things are, your tallow. Those things are going to keep you full. Like if you had eggs for breakfast, you're going to feel really good probably for the rest of the day.
No, you're going to get coronavirus.
Instead of just eating just a pancake with some syrup on it.
Oh my gosh, you'll crash so hard.
You'll feel good right maybe after eating it when you're eating it. But
you'll be yawning like I am right now.
Yeah. So you need to look at that, especially the first meal of the day, and start changing how you're eating in those higher protein foods like that. And then like if you're eating a steak, the gristle, from a grass-fed meat, the fat, all meat. That, you're supposed to eat all that. You have the marrow, in a T-bone at the top, or if you're eating like the bones, beef bones and marrow in there, that stuff is so good for you.
Get a straw, get it in there. What about this? What is this stuff here? This piece of Peace Homestead is like, I want to know an answer. And that's how you do it. You stay with it, y'all. Chayote. Does it grow in Missouri? Chayote. We don't know nothing about it.
Do I know what that is?
But way to stay with it.
Is it?
No. My videos about the chemtrails coming up this week. Y'all, I get into a funk sometimes. Like, I don't do these videos to make money.
Oh, wait. Go back down.
Anything. I do them because they're fun. And sometimes I get into these funks where I just can't do videos. And then I get doing other stuff. And so I've just been doing other stuff. And,
Yeah, that chayote or whatever she says, it grows zone 7 through 10. Right. So it wouldn't go good here. That's why I don't know about it.
So I'm in a funk right now where I just try to do a video and I don't have no mojo.
Well, when he doesn't have his mojo, he needs to help.
I don't want to force it for you guys.
You need to fix my beds next time.
Yeah, we're working on all that stuff too. Doug and you are out of focus in the video. I know, we just use a cell phone to broadcast our live show.
Do you need to focus? Do you maybe need to clean the screen?
No.
It might be blurry.
Just quit moving around so much. See, there you go again. Blood Type Diet is good. It's a book called Eat for Your Blood Types. Get that book and check it out.
I really like that Blood Type by Dr. D'Amato. Eat Right for Your Type. Get the encyclopedia book because it will tell you all the foods and do the foods on there that are beneficial for you and stay away from the foods that say avoid because they do different things. Like I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. You know, I like to look at my body, see how I feel when I eat things, you know, and also things that I found that work better for me. And I know I'm an O blood type, so I shouldn't really be doing a lot of wheat or breads or anything unless they're like sprouted. And then really hardly any cheese or dairy. But I notice definitely if I do any corn or wheat products, I will gain weight immediately. And that's because when I read the book, when it comes to your blood and all that, it's a metabolic inhibitor, meaning that slows down your metabolism too. So for me, since I'm O blood type, and there's a lot of you girls out there that are like, I don't know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. You know, if you cut that out and you don't have any gluten type products, you know, any high carbohydrate foods like breads, pasta, cereals, crackers, and all that kind of stuff, and you eat, you know, lots of vegetables and you're having a nice big salad and, you know, maybe you have sauteed broccoli at night, you know, with a nice steak, you know, things like this. If you start eating like that, eggs in the morning, may notice you start losing and dropping a lot of weight. So, but I do like that book a lot. I always come back to that book from the beginning of time. I've had a bunch of the books by him, 20 some years, haven't I? 20 years? It's been a long time, but I really like the encyclopedia. So that's something you guys could glean off of. You know, like I say, you don't need to put everything into one thing, but just read it. And there's different things, like if you're going to have surgery, there's a lot of good information in there, like what you should do possibly before you have surgery to help you, you know, have a successful surgery, and just different things, or if there's different diseases or things going on in your body, what you might want to do. So that is a good book.
And Manuka honey, you know, you just use it for like serious emergencies, like good cuts or.
Okay, I'll talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
So Manuka honey, if you're not sure what it is honey. It is a raw type honey, but it is different. It's very medicinal.
From New Zealand.
It's from New Zealand, and it's much more pricey. It costs more than regular honey.
Because they have to climb on the mountains into the bush on the side of the hill and grab it by hand.
It's from the Manuka bush. So the bees go to this, and it's similar to like the tea tree plant or Melaleuca. And when they get it, then it sits for like 1 to 2 years. And basically what happens, there's the chemical in it that makes it very medicinal. So when you look at it, when you're buying it, if it's like 5 and below, I think there's 2 numbers. There's a UMF number and then another number. So if the UMF is under 5, or if the UMF is under like 86, I can't remember, something like that, under that is a Manuka honey. It's medicinal, but it's not going to be that medicinal. And that might be something you'd want to use for everyday use. And that'll be a little cheaper.
Just get some regular honey.
No, just listen. Then you go up, the Manuka honey is going to go up.
The higher the number.
Yeah, like let's say 10.
12.
Goes up to 10, and then it might be 200 and something. If it's 200 and above, then that's going to be a little bit more medicinal. And then when you go up higher, you know, maybe like the UMF is like past 15, and then you're over, I can't remember the number. Is it like 800? That is going to be your good stuff. That's going to help with if you had staph infection, if you had like an ulceration, bed sore, something like that. That's the one I used on our cat that had this open wound that I thought the cat was going to be dead. You could see inside its neck onto his like everything. It was terrible. And half the face was gone. I thought this cat was going to die, and I didn't know what to do. I cleaned it out with some calendula. I made a tea and some yarrow, and then I just put the Manuka honey on it, and it healed. He lived.
Literally.
Brutus. Yeah, he lived. It was crazy.
It was also because it was wintertime. It helped out a lot.
Yeah, because we would have had a lot of problems with maggots and stuff. But
it was awesome.
Manuka is very good.
We have a whole video on it if you want to go check it out.
That's from a long time ago. Yeah. But Manuka is also great. I've used it on the horses with gashes. It's very good at healing bad. And I've given that to the Amish too, that they've had some bad like ulcerations and stuff that they've tried it on that they couldn't fix with other stuff. So do your research on Manuka honey.
But for your garlic and honey, just get some local honey, unpasteurized raw honey, and do it there, you know.
So in your little medicine chest, have your raw honey that you can use every day if you're going to cook with it, or not cook, but use it in your salad dressings or drizzle it on some toast, or if you have a sore throat and you want to, you know, have some of that with some elderberry or something like that, you can use that. Or if you're making any type of cough remedies, and then you're using the raw honey every day. And then the manuka, get a higher UMF number, you know, above 800 or like 20. 15 to 20. Those will be great if you need for something serious, if you possibly have that happen. If you have it on your livestock, if you have it on you possibly, and you can't get to help or something, you know, that is something that would be great. So the manuka is great. And the manuka also is good just to have if you get a lower one, you know, like a 5, just to keep around. A lot of times I know a lot of people that have bronchitis, or maybe there's something in their lungs that they can't get rid of, and they'll start doing that, you know, a few times a day, taking a spoonful. You could do that. That could possibly help with you there. So, but manuka is very medicinal. So that, and it does taste, it's a
All
little
honey
more,
is medicinal.
it's a little, but it's much more powerful
Sure.
than regular raw honey.
Just so you know.
Yes. And the other thing about manuka, it's anti-parasitic too, antiseptic,
So is
antimicrobial,
regular honey.
but it has a few other things.
Antibacterial.
But it is it's a little bit better.
Antifungal. Yeah, it is a little bit
No, it's
better.
a
It's
lot
more
better.
potent.
Yes.
Horses are broke. We ride them. We have a buggy horse. We haven't rode them in a while, but yeah, they're broke. What do you put on tick bites? Bentonite clay.
Bentonite clay is amazing. I am really sensitive to tick bites, so when a tick bites me, even if it just gets on me and I see it and it grabbed on and I pulled it off, I'll have a reaction immediately. So I put that bentonite clay, the gel, you know, I'll put a little water on it. I'll put it on there and it will get rid of the itch. Because if I wouldn't do that, and before I found out about the bentonite clay, it would itch and itch. I mean, it would itch for months. And I just keep itching it and itching it, and it would not go away. And this always helps me. So if I ever get a bump or a bite or anything, tick, bug, spider, I put my bentonite clay on everything, because you never, ever know.
Yeah, we're not doctors and we don't play one on YouTube.
So just remember, we always
But
say,
this stuff
do your
works for
research.
us. I mean, we can only tell you what works for us. It's amazing, man. What works for us is getting outside in the sun, having active bodies, not sitting around, you know, using our muscles, growing our food. Man, that really works good for us. We're healthy for it. We're moving around great. Man, I'm out working with these kids coming around here. Oh, Steve, boy, I'm going to give you a run for your money. You watching, Mama, from Kentucky? You better hurry up and get on over here now. We got the whole place waiting for you. He's all lonely in this 2-bedroom and everything, looking for you.
Tammy wants to know, are candles bad for you? The scented candles and all that, you know, generally a lot of
beeswax
the
candles
only
are great.
candles that I would recommend, because I had candles in every room, all the flavors, all the smells. I had air fresheners.
Ugh,
that stuff
bleh.
is so toxic for your endocrine system. They're fake estrogens are wreaking havoc on our bodies. You're breathing it in. And then these young kids are in your homes with all these Glade air fresheners, all this smells, all this kind of stuff. You know, getting a diffuser with some essential oils, that's a little different. But a lot of these candles, they are just so bad for you. The one good thing about beeswax candles, they do actually clean the air, and it's a much cleaner type candle. So if you are going to do a candle, that would be the only one I would recommend.
Yeah, coming soon to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm working on it right now. I'm not even kidding you. It's a family business. We got the daughter-in-law's all excited. We're going to make candles, beeswax candles, and have them for you guys.
Yeah, just regular and actually the raw beeswax smells really good. It has a really nice smell to it and flavor.
So,
Not me
yeah.
right now.
All right, y'all. We're going to have to shut this puppy down. It's not the 30th yet. We're going to put out the Meet Me in St. Louis email here coming up. So we're going to meet somewhere probably in St. Louis and do both giveaways for this month at the same time, because I got sidetracked. So hopefully you guys will be able to come to Missouri. And I'm finding my place right now. We're going to have a good time. We're going to make some games of it. And it's going to be a whole day dealio. And when you leave, you're going to be happy and fun, excited, and felt like you made some friends. And you're going to laugh and cry. And it's going to be great.
Oh, Beth wants to know, can you use olive oil in those lamps? With our propane, it makes it funky.
No.
You can use olive oil.
Not in those lamps.
These?
No.
Why not?
Because it won't work good.
You know, here.
They're just not made
Hold
for
on,
that.
I'll show you.
Like when you do the olive oil lamps, you could use, like she's going to show you this thing that we got, and it's like some wire, and then you have the little thing in there, but you can't use olive oil in those type of lamps. You can use clean heat, which is a little more expensive, but it burns really clean. There's no odor or anything
Tell her
with the
how to spell it.
kerosene.
Tell her how to spell it.
KLEANHEAT, clean heat. Or if you do olive lamps, there's a different way you got to do it. I don't know if she'll be able
And
to
I
find it.
can't see, it's too dark in here. I need a headlamp. Oh, I wish I could. Where is it? I can't see. I have too much of a mess under. Here, give me. Thank you. Is that my phone?
No, it's my phone. Man, we go the extra mile for you guys. She's in there digging out her stuff.
I have
out
to.
of
My,
the
my,
counters.
I need to clean this out. I don't know where it is.
And don't forget to see us in Oklahoma. We're going to be at the Oklahoma Okie Homestead Conference Expo. Tickets are at offbeerwithdouganstacy.com. You guys go to our events tab. That is really going to be a good time. There's workshops there. Stacy's workshop's already sold out. We're going to have a great time talking to you guys, sharing all of our stuff. I put the general store tab up, or just go to the events tab at offgoodwithdouganstacy.com. Chocolate tea is back in stock. If you get it now, you'll get some. We'll be shipping them out this week. If you made an order and you watched your tracking number just sit there, there was a problem at the post office. I think we worked it out, and you should see it moving this week. Stacy had an injury to her eye. She actually cut the side of it on the white part, a laceration.
Inside my eye.
Inside of her eye. We talked about it within the first 20 minutes of the video. Please go back and watch it and get caught up with the whole thing. If you're having cravings for, because you're trying to cut off the weight, or, you want to quit smoking cigarettes, or whatever your vice is, just man up and have some willpower, would ya? Get your mind occupied on something else. You're just thinking about it too much.
The salt will help.
And you can do it. And the salt will help.
I was looking too hard. There. Okay.
Oh, there it is. So, it's this
Hold
little...
on, I'm going to get you a glass.
It's a little wiry dealio.
Wait.
This isn't the one, is it?
Yeah, that goes in a...
This is a wick one, like a
No,
rose.
this is what it'll do. Here, just stick it in here and I'll show you. Just, here.
That's
too little. That goes in a
Basically, you
little.
just got to have something little like this.
That goes in a little jar.
You know what I'm saying?
Here.
And then that olive oil
Put it
just
in there.
sucks up on the wick. I don't need to put it in there. She's going to show you.
So you can get these. You can make them. It's like, see how this is? See how it's kind of...
It's just kind of small.
You can get a wire. You can get them depending on the size of your jar.
They still make them Google.
So these are little. You can make them bigger.
Olive oil lamp stems or something like that. Aladdin lamps are the best.
So then you're going to put it in here.
And then the olive oil
And
just sucks up
You
on there.
pour the olive oil in here just a little bit, and it's going to soak the wick, and then you just light the wick, and then you can light it here, and then you'll have it, and then when you're done, you can just close it up. So I have a bunch of these. I have them outside in the outside kitchen, and I have some bigger ones. And a lot of times you can make these. You can just twist them, get a wire with that tool.
And be careful because they'll smoke.
So make sure you're getting pure olive oil.
That China stuff's messing you up.
Yeah, it needs to be pure olive oil. Otherwise, if you get an olive oil and it smokes really bad, it's not pure. It could be cut with soy oil. Who knows what other kind of oils? Canola oil. A lot of times they do that. So that's how you know. Don't think, oh, it's not working. It's smoking because it's not pure. So they got you on that one. Okay.
All right. So we got a couple more days to finish up for the giveaways over. We'll be emailing you guys out as long as you're on the list. On the 30th, nobody else gets on the list, and then only those people will get the secret location. So make sure you're on the list. We're getting out of here tonight. Yes, we only ferment. See, I got your question before we got out of here. We really don't can anything because canning kills, and we spend a lot of time growing food for our health and nutrition, and we want to keep that good bacteria alive and our gut biome healthy, and so we ferment.
Yeah, so I mostly, when we eat, I'll do a lot of like fresh vegetables, microgreens, sprouts, ferments, a lot of meats, a lot of, fish from our pond or our neighbor. And then, beef, turkey, chicken, all that good stuff, and lamb.
And don't worry if St. Louis is too far, if Missouri's too far on this one, we'll catch you on the next one. We're going to be all over the place, y'all. Don't worry about it, right? Don't worry about it. All right. Go to offgridwithdouganstacy.com to register, to get the chocolate tea, to get Stacy's fermenting book, the cookbook, the tea infuser, blah, 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 blah. That's how we keep the lights on. And we'll see you guys on the next video. This week, I got some lit stuff coming for you guys. I am going to talk about the money situation, which don't panic. It's no big deal unless you're a filthy rich billionaire and you got your money hiding in, one of these banks that are obviously now protected by the corrupt Fed. But most of us, right, because Americans don't save money, right? Most of us have about 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 grand in the bank. So we're pretty good with our FDIC insurance. So don't run around trying to take your money out and take it to the big banks, because that's what they want. They're trying to funnel you into the big banks. And more on that in videos coming up, more on the chemtrails, more on all this stuff going on as I get my mojo back and get some videos going.
Yes, and then get outside, whatever you're doing. You do something for your lymphatic system. Oh, and then I want to talk about one real quick thing.
Oh my gosh, my arm's getting tired.
No, just think about like good ways to detoxify. The air that we're breathing, the stuff in the skies and all that. There's some few things that you guys can do that's really helpful. Grow some cilantro if you're those kind of people who like cilantro. It's a heavy metal detoxifier. Milk thistle is all over the place. There's teas you can drink. The milk thistle tea is helpful with detoxification.
I can't do it.
Bone broth, all those things are just helpful. So, just think getting on the rebounder or dry skin brushing that we've talked about. Just get out there, get out in the sun first thing in the morning. So you guys just start taking care of yourself, because if you're not good, nobody else is going to be good around you. So take care of you. You guys can do it.
The most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for hanging out with us like always.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.